This is the walkthrough video for PCTC 2023 Round 1 Junior Question 7 Fibonacci. This question is pretty funky. We essentially need to calculate the Fibonacci sequence. Instead of looking at the last two numbers, we look at the last three numbers, and then we want to output the correct thingy that they give us. Okay, so let's take in n as an integer, of course. And now let's create an empty list for our Fibonacci sequence. I'm just going to call that trib. And it's actually not going to be empty because we're told that the first three things, the first three terms are 0, 0, and 1. And so we might as well add them here. And we need to add them in here. And now, if I look carefully at the constraints, the test inputs only go up to 38, for example. And that means that we never have to do that much processing, which means we can just kind of brute force this. And we can calculate all 38 numbers and then print off the correct index, which is obviously not the most efficient way to do this, but realistically we know it's probably going to work, so we might as well do it because it's easier to code. And so how many times do we want to go? We've already got three numbers and we want to get up to 38 numbers, so let's just do it 35 times. Oops. And we basically just want to get the last three numbers. So that's going to be -1 plus, let me spell that correctly, trib -2 plus trib -3. And so this is going to be our next term. And so we can just append that to trib. And then afterwards, we can then print off trib n, which is going to be the correct index. But because Python zero indexes it, whereas humans don't zero index things, we should also make sure we do n-1 because the 10th index, the 10th number in our list is index 9, just like how the first number is index 0, and therefore we should do that n-1 here, just to make sure we get the right number. And yep, our nice inefficient solution gets all 3 marks, and that rounds off the series.